Random House Audio presents Keyboard Conversations with Jeffrey Siegel, pianist, a concert with commentary. Mozart and Friends.
It sure sounds like Mozart, doesn't it? But this is not by Mozart. Hello, I'm Jeffrey Siegel. I'm a concert pianist, and I am going to present a keyboard conversation program for you. A keyboard conversation is a concert with commentary. It's primarily a concert because every work on the program is going to be performed straight through in its entirety. Prior to the performance of each work, I'm going to speak to you about the music in non-technical language and with musical examples. And I do this with the hope that whatever I say about the compositions will perhaps help to make your listening experience to these works more meaningful, more focused, more accessible, more enjoyable than just a pleasant ear wash of sound. I've titled this particular program Mozart and Friends. First of all, did he have any friends? And if so, who were they? It's been said many times that Mozart was perhaps the greatest musical genius this world will ever see. And with Mozart's infinite musical gifts, his incredible musical genius, is it possible that there were any other composers of his day whom Mozart admired and respected? We're going to begin with some music of Johann Christian Bach, who was the youngest of the many sons of Johann Sebastian Bach. Johann Christian was born in Leipzig in 1732, and he enjoyed a successful career in Germany and in Italy before finally settling in London in 1762. He was to be there for 20 years, and for that reason we know of him today as the English Bach. In 1762, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and his family did a European tour which took them to London, and they met the famous Johann Christian Bach. Now, at the time of this meeting, Johann Christian is 30 years old, Wolfgang Amadeus is 8. To Johann Christian Bach's everlasting credit, he immediately recognized that in Mozart, this was not just a child prodigy, that this was an incredible musical genius. And he befriended Mozart. He took him under his wing. He played keyboard duets with him. They were to be together for a period of 5 months. And it would not be saying too much to declare that Johann Christian Bach was Mozart's first positive role model. And Mozart's admiration for Johann Christian Bach transcended Mozart's childhood. In 1782, when Johann Christian died, there's a letter that Mozart writes to his father. "Have you heard the terrible news, Papa, of the death of the English Bach? What a terrible blow this is for the musical world." Mozart liked some of Johann Christian Bach's compositions so much that he borrowed them. He actually made arrangements of them. Johann Christian's Sonata for solo piano in D major is one that Mozart arranged for piano and string orchestra. We know it as his Concerto K-107. Do you remember the music that I played at the very top of the program? Well, that is the opening of the Sonata in D of Johann Christian Bach. It opens with some strongly punctuated chords to capture the attention of the listener. One of the characteristics of Johann Christian's music that Mozart so greatly admired was Johann Christian's ability to write an exquisitely sculpted, singable, expressive melody, which Johann Christian would set off to great effect by giving it a very discreet accompaniment. Here, later on in the D major sonata, is an example of such a melody. Sounds very much like Mozart, doesn't it? Now let's hear the first movement of this sonata in D major of Johann Christian Bach. That was the first movement of the Sonata in D of Johann Christian Bach, and I'm sure many of you share my point of view that it sounds remarkably like music of Mozart. No denying the influence there.